What's going on, everybody? Well, it looks like we're going to have a season. That's some good news. I'm actually doing this video because this is going to be my first time reacting to any other type of video. So, but I've been asked about my thoughts about what all the shit talking that Uncle Lou has been doing about our recruiting, and also about our athletic director, Coach Fulmer. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get into this video and just give. I'm gonna do it live. You guys are gonna see my reaction as I'm doing it. So anyway, we're gonna get this turned on and go to YouTube. Well, hopefully it'll pick up the speed a little bit. So now, Uncle Lou. Now I'm going to scroll down here, and I am going to find a particular video. See which one we're going to do first here. He's got a couple of them right now. So one of them was on recruiting, basically him making fun of us for being excited about our recruiting, but which I've already watched that one, but I'm going to watch this right here. Let's see. We're getting right straight into it. Here we go. No.
What a surprise! What a shock! Oh my God, I can't believe. You remember the movie Christmas Vacation? Remember when Cousin Eddie goes, surprise, you surprised Clark? Clark goes, Edward, I wouldn't be any more surprised if I woke up and my head was thrown to the carpet. That's about how surprised I am today to find out this news. But anyway, all 14 SEC athletic directors had a conference call yesterday or the day before to take a preliminary vote.
Hang on.
On when to start
pause this
practice.
for just a second, because I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick. So bear with me. There we go.
Right, when to let the players come back on campus and start the summer workouts, right? 13 of the 14 athletic directors are in favor of a return to practice date of June 1st. One holdout. One! Take a wild guess who it is. You remember when I made the video a couple of weeks back about Tennessee's amazing quarantine recruiting class? And I said the best case scenario for Tennessee, the absolute, I mean, they're literally on their hands and knees praying. Best case scenario for Tennessee is that the season gets canceled this year and every year in the immediate future. Why? Because then a Tennessee fan can be in a permanent state of off season. And that's all Tennessee fan is proud of anymore is off seasons.
Hold up, I gotta pause it right there. We want to be in a permanent state of off season. It could be that maybe Philip Fulmer cares about the athletes at the University of Tennessee. Maybe, just maybe, this guy thinks it might be a little bit too early. I personally don't think it is. I think that this whole COVID-19 bullshit has been blown way, way, way out of proportion. But that being said, you know, Philip Fulmer and Jeremy Pruitt are not scared, especially of the fucking Georgia Bulldogs. So, so far, just that annoying ass voice, and I can sound like Uncle Lou right here. You know, wow, big surprise, whoop-de-doo. Just, this guy talks through his fucking nose. He sounds like an idiot. Anyway, back to it.
Season, they're back. They're going to win the East. They're going to compete for the SEC. They're back. This is the year. Every single offseason. Then the season starts. Reality kicks in. They get slapped in the nuts and realize that, oh, oops, once again, you're a terrible, terrible, football team. So we know Tennessee is praying that the season just gets canceled altogether. So that's right, exactly one of the 14 athletic directors voted no for a return to practice on June 1st. You guessed it, Fat Boy Phil Fulmer.
Well, this is probably the only good part. He does have a pretty cool intro.
Good morning, and that's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right, it's me, Uncle Lou, live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching. Man, I sure do appreciate it also. And in addition to that as well, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Describe? Well, you can describe it in the comment section if you want. But subscribe to this channel if you're not already. I post college football videos almost every single day of the year. Some of them are even watchable.
Well,
this is my main channel. I upload videos here. I also have a second channel where I do live shows. I think most of you have migrated over there. But anyway, if you've been looking for the live shows, there'll be a link in the description of this video that'll take you to my second channel. That's for the live shows. I do a live show 4 mornings a week, 8 a.m. and 2 nights a week, Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Check it out. Link in the description. But man, who's surprised by this? Literally nobody. 14 schools in the SEC, 13 of them ready to start on June 1, and you have a single sole holdout, and it's Tennessee. Just like I warned you a couple of weeks ago in that recruiting video. Tennessee hopes the season gets canceled, people.
No,
they just do. Look at how proud they are of this recruiting class they're working on now. And keep in mind that none of those players can play this year, right? They won't even enroll until next year. They'll be, eligible in the 2021 season. There's no talent on that team. Jerome Pruitt still doesn't know what he's doing. He's coming off a season where he lost to 2 non-Power 5 teams. I'm sorry, but as a Georgia fan, I just can't relate to that. I just can't. Kirby Smart has never lost to a non-Power 5 team. Jeremy Pruitt managed to lose to 2 of them in his second year.
He's talking about Pruitt never, has lost to 2 non-Power 5 teams. That Kirby Smart has never done that. This guy still talks like most Georgia fans that Kirby Smart's the answer. Kirby Smart, if he's the answer, it's the dumbest fucking question I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the guy is not a fucking coach. Y'all fired Mark Richt for this guy. They're exactly the same. Anyway, we're going to get back to it.
It's remarkable, unbelievable, and alarming. Tennessee does not want to see. They don't want this season. They want this season to be canceled.
No, we do want this season.
They're always one recruiting class away, right, from being relevant again. Imagine if they canceled a season and they could bring in 2 recruiting classes with no season in between. Imagine how much back they would be then. So no, I'm not surprised at all that Fat Boy Phil Fulmer is the one athletic director in the SEC who does not want a return date of June 1st. Now, to be clear and honest, he is pushing for a return date of June 15th. Now, I know what you're thinking. How is 2 weeks really going to make that big of a difference? What's the point? I understand what you're saying, but again, you have to keep in mind Tennessee's end goal. Tennessee's end goal is to not have a 2020 season so that they can save the embarrassment that is actual football games that they've had to endure for the last 22 years of being absolutely worthless. So that's their end goal. They're not going to just come out and say, June 1st, no. I say move it off to November 1st. They're not going to say that. That's too obvious. So they say 2 weeks. Now, what's the reasoning behind this? Well, easy. June 15th is basically a month away. What's today, May 16th? Something like that. My birthday was what? May 13th, which is Wednesday. So 14th, 15th. Yeah, so today's the 16th, Saturday morning. Shout out to Lou Jr., by the way, for hooking Uncle Lou up with this nice new Georgia hat. What do you guys think about this? It's a pretty good looking hat, right?
Personally,
shout out Lou Jr.
Fucking looks stupid.
World's greatest son. That's right. Thank you, Lou Jr. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So June 15th is basically a month away. So here's what Fat Boy Phil, the Tennessee administration, honestly, the Tennessee fans and players too are all hoping the same thing. And it is that sometime between now and June 15th, which like I said is basically a month away, something really, really bad will happen as a result of the coronavirus, right? You got a lot of states starting to open back up, letting people back in restaurants and bars and movie theaters and tattoo shops and going to get your hair cut and congregating and on beaches and all this stuff. Fat Boy Phil, the Tennessee admin, the players, the fans, they're all hoping that sometime over the next 30 days, somewhere in America, something really bad happens in regards to the coronavirus. Some huge outbreak somewhere, a bunch of people get caught up with the corona somewhere or something. Maybe it'll be Major League Baseball when they start back practicing or something, and then, they're hoping like 3 teams come down with the coronavirus, and baseball says, oh, we started too soon, got to cancel it. So that's why they say, well, if I say June 15th, that gives 30 days for something bad to happen, and then maybe I can convince some of the other SEC athletic directors to say, you know what, maybe we should push this thing back even more. That's the end goal. So don't get confused or excited or whatever about the June 15th date either as it results to Fat Boy Phil. This is just a ploy. This is just a volunteer ploy to eventually move the goalpost even further down the road. Because again, everything you hear come out of the University of Tennessee from Phil Fulmer or anybody with any decision-making authority, you have to keep in mind as you're hearing it what their actual end goal is, which is to not have a season in 2020 so they can avoid the embarrassment that is Tennessee football. So you have to keep that in mind. So 13 of the 14 ADs are ready to go on June 1st. Bring the players in. They're going to quarantine the players in their own separate facility, let them start summer workouts, which will then head into fall camp, and then, of course, the season to start on September 5th. But not Tennessee. No, June 1st is way too dangerous. Let's move it off to June 15th, 2 weeks. Whoopity-doo! Again, keep in mind that's 30 days away. They're crossing their fingers that something really bad happens, and you then have to postpone it again. So, I know a lot of you saw this story on Tennessee and Fat Boy Phil over the last couple of days. I did talk a little bit about it on the live shows over the last couple of days, but I wanted to do a video here on this channel, and I wanted to make sure that everyone is clear that just because Fat Phil is saying June 15th, that's not actually his goal. We all know his goal. The goal has not changed for Tennessee. It hasn't changed for Philip Fulmer, hasn't changed for Jerome Pruitt, hadn't changed for the administration, hadn't changed for the fans or the players. They want the 2020 season canceled so they can avoid the embarrassment that is Tennessee football, and they can get 2 entire recruiting classes before they try to come back and compete and actually beat somebody that's worth a damn, which honestly, I don't remember the last time that happened. Have a good morning.
Oh, let me tell you when the last time it happened, Luke. The last time it happened was just a few years ago. Georgia 2 years in a row, when you started getting all pissed off and making your little rant videos, throwing your little hissy fits, it's happened, and it's going to happen again. And I got news for you, mister. Pruitt's coming, and he's bringing the big orange with him. And if you think for a second that Georgia's going to be seeing the same team that they've seen the last couple of years, you are out of your damn mind. It's not going to be pretty for Georgia, and they're all going to be but I can't wait to hear the excuses start rolling in. Just all the fucking piss poor excuses they're going to come up with. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Look, I used to watch all of Lou's videos, and I thought they were fucking hilarious. But he's just like that little kid that tries to fit in with everybody, and the motherfucker just gets on everybody's nerves. He does. You think Kirby Smart's the answer? You think fucking Jamie Newman's the answer? Georgia is on their way to being on a coaching hire again, because they're not going to be happy with it. No coach worth a damn is ever going to go to Georgia and win a fucking championship. And if you think Kirby Smart's better than Pruitt, you got another thing coming. Ask any Bama fan you want. Every fucking one of them wants Jeremy Pruitt over Kirby Smart. Every one of them. But you keep on believing whatever you want to believe. Tennessee's killing it in recruiting. I'm happy about that. I'm pumped, excited, and plain and simple, Tennessee's going to kick your fucking ass this year.